everyone, I'm back with another video. This is one of my Mickey and Minnie file folder card series videos. This one is for Halloween, and I'm using a retired set or a pack of paper from Stampin' Up, and it's called Howl's Tooth. I'm not sure if there's still any in the clearance section, but you are more than welcome to go look, because I will put a link to my store. These are the papers that come with it, and they are double-sided. They're 12 by 12, so I just want to kind of flip through. Like I said, I'm not sure if there's still some over in the clearance section or not. Oops, I was way too high. So these are the papers I'm going to use. I'm using this this gray and very vanilla polka dots, and then this striped. And the striped one, the horizontal or the diagonal stripes, is basic gray. It's tangerine tango, more mustard, very vanilla, and basic black. So those are the two patterns that I'm going to use for this card today. And so I've already cut my file folder card out to save time, and this is going to be my inside piece here, and this piece measures, I've already rounded my corners, which I did to create this card. I used the envelope punch board, and then I used the reverse punch on this side to round my corners, so that's what I used for that. So this back inside piece here is 5 3/8 by 1 5/8. So I'm just going to go ahead and attach that. Move these ones out of the way. Attach that down, just using my ATG gun. So I'm just going to put this here. Try to make sure I've got an even border. So there's my little background piece. And now I'm going to get my score tape. And I'm going to go ahead and close up my card. I'm just using some 1/4 inch score tape here. Just on these two sides here, and that's going to keep my card closed. And then still have access to the pocket. So I'm just going to close that up. So then we've created a little pocket here. So there's that part. Now my front piece, my mat, is 5 3/8 by 2 5/8, and I've rounded just the right hand corner. So that's going to go here. I'm going to go ahead and attach that piece. Now if you were going to add any kind of ribbon on the front and you wanted it to go behind your mat, you would want to put your ribbon down first and then attach your mat. So we're just going to center this. Oh, part of it's stuck. There we go. Try that again. So just like that. And then the designer series paper piece measures 5 1/4 by 2 1/2. And again, I rounded this right hand corner. I'm going to go ahead and attach that piece. I'm not putting any kind of ribbon around any of my papers. I'm just going to center this piece. So there we have the front. Okay, so now we're going to work on the card for the inside. And this card measure, this is going to be the card that pulls out from the pocket. And this card measures 4.5 by 4. And I rounded the top 2 corners on that. And then my black mat measures 4 3/8 by 3 7/8. And I rounded the top corners on that. So I'm just going to adhere this black piece right on to this card here. Just like that. And then my designer paper again, rounded the top 2 corners, and this measures 4 1/4 by 3 3/4. So I'm just going to attach that right on top of the black mat. So just like that. And then I have an index card, and I cut this index card down to 3 1/4 by 2 1/2. And I don't have the Tangerine Tango ink pad, so I have a little trick on how to ink the edges if you don't have the actual ink pad, which I don't have yet. So if you've got one of the Stampin' Write markers in the color that you want, I just use makeup sponges, and I'm just going to color part of this sponge right here, and I'm going to ink the edges of my index card. And this works pretty well. And then you can add a little bit more. So I just pretty much went all the way around this card. So there I have inked my edges. And when you adhere your little piece of cardstock, or if you use an index card like I do, you want to adhere it on this little pull-out card towards the bottom of the card, so that way it's not peeking out from the top. So I just kind of eyeball the center and leave about a 1/16, maybe an 1/8 of an inch space, more like a 1/16. Right there on the bottom, there's just a little bit of that polka dot paper sticking out. So then that's what that part looks like. So I'm going to set that aside. We're going to come back to the front of the card. And now on the front of the card you have this little tab right here that makes it look like a little file folder. And so what I like to do is I have the stamp set Itty Bitties, and this is unfortunately a retired set, but they are super small. They're double-sided little rubber stamps, and so they are no longer available, unfortunately. I do know a couple of ladies that had asked me about them and have found them on eBay and such, so if you're really dying to get a hold of it, you can always check there. So I'm going to do this little ghost. Here's the ghost. And again, I don't have the ink pad in the color I want, so I'm going to use my marker to color my ghosts. And I'm just going to stamp them alternating direction here. And I usually fit about 6 of these across. So we'll do the last little ghost here. And there's my little ghosts. I'll close up my marker and clean off my stamp really quick. So there's my little stamped ghosts. Okay, so now I'm going to insert the front card, or the card for the pocket. So there we have what the card will look like. And up in this right hand corner, I normally stick some kind of little decorative piece. And for this one, I have a little button. It's a Tangerine Tango button and some black and white twine. So I'm going to take a glue dot and I'm going to attach this to this little corner here. So just like that. And there I have my little button. Okay, now we're going to work on Minnie and Minnie, and I'm going to go ahead and pull this piece out so that way this is flat. And my Mickey and Minnie are cut out from a 1" and a 5/8 inch punch, and then I just did some faux stitching. So I'm going to place them without gluing them down first, and then I'm going to take the black piece I punched out using the Modern Label Punch. I used Teeny Tiny Wishes to stamp Happy Halloween. Again, I used my Tangerine Tango marker in order to color and stamp this. And then I punched this out with the word window punch. So I'm just going to go ahead and attach that to this piece. I'm going to grab a couple of rhinestones from the basic rhinestones. And I'm going to go ahead and put those in the corners first. Stick one there. And one there. And I'm going to go ahead and attach my sentiment right in the middle of those. So just like this, right in the middle. And then there we have our Happy Halloween. So I'm going to set that down in this corner and make sure I've got Mickey and Minnie where I want them. And it looks like Mickey and Mickey, but I have a little bow from some Tangerine Tango ribbon. And that will go right on Minnie's little head right there. So I just want to make sure I've got enough space for everything to go where it needs to. So I'm going to take Mickey. I'm just going to glue him up with some Zig two-way glue. And we're just going to set him here. Just like that. So then we'll take Minnie. And we'll set her here. And I don't put these on dimensionals just because the bow is going to stick up on top of that anyway. So I'm just going to take another glue dot. And that's how I will attach the bow. About right there. So now we have Mickey and Minnie. And then I am going to take some Stampin' Dimensionals and put a couple on the back of my sentiment. That's my little daycare baby. She's fighting sleep today, so sorry. So I'm going to just peel the backs off of here. And attach this down here. So there we have Happy Halloween. Then you just take, oh, I'm going to do my ghosts, but I'm actually going to stamp my ghosts in some Memento Tuxedo Black, since I inked around my piece with the Tangerine Tango. And I'm just going to put a couple little ghosts like that. So there we have some little stamped ghosts on the inside. Then you just slip this right into this pocket here. And we have Mickey and Minnie file folder Halloween card. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you're making these. These are super fun. I have a little collection of the holiday themes going on. So I will put links in the description, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!